6.4 million children in America between the ages of 4 and 17 have been diagnosed with ADHD. An average of 1 to 3 children in a classroom of 30 suffer from ADHD. There has been a 42% increase in the diagnosis in the last 8 years. Still, many refuse to believe that this disorder even exists and claim that it is just a collection of symptoms. Although this condition may have some controversial views, statistics show that it is a very real disease that can be treated by medication. One frequently prescribed medication is Adderall. The question is whether or not the millennials' drug of choice is worth the accompanied side effects. If the answer is no, is there a practical alternative? Andrew Smith, the author of The Adderall Empire, shares from personal experience of having ADHD what life is like living with this disorder. He describes it as an unconnected, discombobulated, scrambled passion for life. It is true that all people can have a hard time focusing because of racing ideas and confused thoughts. However, imagine living like this every second of every day, multiplied by 1,000, and feeling like you can never escape it. That is ADHD. Being able to escape these scattered and confused feelings is what everyone with ADHD wishes for. One of the biggest concerns with Andrew was how his disorder made him act out and do things without thinking that he would later regret. One of these things, for example, was when he streaked across the entire length of the football field in front of the whole school. Once Andrew started taking the Adderall, he noticed that he was now able to focus on single thoughts and to think through his actions. These results were beneficial to Andrew, but they were also temporary. Adderall sedates the ADHD, but then it comes back. He began to notice that the Adderall substantially altered his personality. Along with the possible short-term and long-term side effects, ultimately losing the person you once were inside is not worth the pros of this drug. Once we recognize the major sacrifices people make by taking this drug, where does it leave us? One option that Andrew explored other than Adderall was working memory training. CogMed Working Memory Training is a computer-based program for people who have attention problems. Working memory training combines cognitive neuroscience with computer games and professional support to create large and long-lasting benefits to people suffering from ADHD. After Andrew tried out the program and got off of Adderall, he was improving naturally in the world of ADHD instead of reverting to the synthetic fix of Adderall. He was learning to help his disorder without changing who he was. Andrew Smith is warning us that before people revert to Adderall and lose themselves to the empire, they should stop for a moment to think about the alternatives. It is certainly possible with options like working memory training to see change in yourself without becoming someone you're not. Your disorder does not own you, and you should not let Adderall try to tell you otherwise.